Alright, let's go over what I would say is the best option for a tapeless VX1000.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
So nowadays, everybody who uses a VX1000 or another mini DV camcorder are unfortunately forced to switch over to a tapeless method. With the discontinuation and production of the Sony mini DV premium tapes, consumers of the premiums and mini DV tape world are left with no option, basically. You can still find some of these tapes floating around on eBay, but for the most part they're pretty much gone, and if you do find them, they're super expensive and just not worth it.
Bruh.
So for the first option, and what I use, is Firestore data recorder FS100. Now the reason that I say go with this option is because it's as simple as getting a FIREWIRE cord and plugging it into your camera and plugging the cord into the recorder on the other side. If you can't find the Firestore FS100, you can go for the other data recorders made by Firestore. You can go for the Firestore FS4, I believe the FS5, and I do believe that there are a couple more out there, but I'm not too familiar with their names. So now, if you do decide to go for the Firestore FS100, make sure you get the recorder that's compatible with your device. Let's say you have a Sony VX1000 that shoots in NTSC. Make sure that your recorder shoots in NTSC. I unfortunately had to go through this and it didn't go well. The second option, if you don't have money and you can't spend it on a data recorder, go for some sort of RC recorder. A lot of people are using the immersion power play nowadays. They're not in stock at the moment, but they did say that they're coming back and they will be putting more immersion power play RC recorders onto the market very soon. So just hang tight, they're coming. They're only about $100 Canadian. That's about, I believe, like 80 something US. But for this, you're gonna wanna need RCA cables. Depending on what port your camera has, you're definitely going to need the right cable, because there is a 3-head to 1-head, and then there's also a 3-head to 3-head for specific cameras. The reason that I say that the immersion is second best to the Firestore is because the immersion shoots on a little SD card through the camera, through the cords, and the RCA cables are not as good quality as the FireWire to the Firestore recorder. The reason being is because the picture just doesn't pick up as well. It's not an actual file recorder, it's not an actual sequence that's shooting onto a drive or device. It's basically a screen capture from the camera onto a recording device. So if you're going for the RC, the immersion power play, just know that that's the only downfall from it. It does have its perks. You can watch the clips, you can watch the way that you're filming things on the camera. It has a screen, so that's one thing that the Firestore doesn't have. But other than that, I would go for the Firestore if you have the money, and the immersion power play if you just want a quick, cheap, easy thing to shoot with.
Oh my god!
Jeez!
You called it!
Fuck yeah.
You called it!
Kick the door off.
Fuck you! Let's fucking go!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, G. Let's peep it.